Today, we're talking about Instagram marketing, specifically 6 tips and hacks that you can use to grow your Instagram following in 2018. And for those of you that stay to the end, there's gonna be a bonus tip for you. So let's get into it. Good internet, what's 𝗖𝗢𝗡𝗚𝗚? My name is Paul Ramondo, and if you want to learn more Instagram marketing tips, hacks, and how-tos, consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. I drop new videos every single week. So in today's tutorial, I'll be teaming up with 𝗓𝗏𝗏𝗚𝗏 and Gavin Bell, and together we're going to give you our best Instagram marketing tips, hacks, and how-tos for 2018, which will help you grow those followers, help you grow your presence on Instagram, and just create a gift that just keeps on giving. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, with that said, I'm going to hand you over to Chris, who has our first few tips.
Thanks so much, Paul. So my name is 𝗓𝗏𝗏𝗚𝗏𝗚. My friends call me Cubby, and I'm here to give you guys some Instagram tips regarding video. So if you haven't noticed, video is massive in Instagram today. I believe that if you aren't doing something with video, you probably won't be seen as much as you could be. So here are my tips. One of the things that we've learned about doing video in Instagram is that you need to be short, and you need to be sweet, and you need to be as quick as possible into the meat of the video. So a lot of times you'll see guys also take part of their video and also add headlines and captions. You'll see the white bars or the black bars or a color above and below with the captions, so the subtitle of the film, and also the headline to grab your attention. So like, you know, see what this moron does, or see what this fool does, or why you should never buy your girlfriend X, or whatever those videos are. And the reason for this is because as people are scrolling, you need to stop them in their scroll. And if it's video, they don't have sound and they don't know what's going on. So you need to grab their attention. So first of all, use attention grabbing stuff. Try to be very bold. You got to think about stopping them in the scroll, and you got to get them into the video as soon as you can. So really focus in on that. And you only have a minute. And then the other tip I have for you is using your videos in Instagram stories. So you have the ability to take your video, cut it up into 14-second segments or 10-second segments or whatever, 5-second, whatever you want to do. Just don't go over the 14. And cut them into small little pieces and build a story. So if you're producing video like this outside of the platform, take it and put it into your Instagram stories. You can save it to Google Drive or Dropbox or whatever, and then download it into your phone and load it up into Instagram stories. So that's a really good way. The next tip I have for you is regarding influencer marketing. So we all know that influencer marketing is a big thing these days. A lot of brands are using it to get their products into the marketplace. You can do the same. So if you have an Instagram account that you want to grow, you want to get some followers, you want to get some interactions, you want to get some engagement, go out to influencers in your space and ask them for a shout out. Ask them to feature one of your posts on their posts or in their Instagram stories, so that you can essentially use other people to grow your brand. Now, they might charge for you for that. Most of them will. Some of them will do shout out for shout out sort of things. Those things are still around. And those tactics really work to expose your brand to other people that might be interested in your stuff. I've tried to do lots of Instagram marketing through their ads platform to try to gain followers. I don't think that works as effective as actually getting shout outs from real people saying, hey, follow this person, follow this brand, they do interesting stuff. So tip number 1, video, use it. Think a lot about scroll stopping. How can we stop them in the scroll? And number 2, use influencer marketing, get shout outs from your peers and people in your industry, pay them some money and track it. Make sure that you're checking, okay, what do my numbers look like? Am I gaining followers from this activity? Am I not? Am I gaining engagement? Keep track of it and understand where you're spending your money. Adios.
Thanks, Chris. That was a fantastic couple of tips. My name is Gavin Bell, at Mr. Gavin Bell over on Instagram, and I'm about to share with you 2 of my favorite Instagram tips for 2018. The first tip is getting onto Instagram, go into your search bar at the top and searching for relevant hashtags around your business, industry, or niche. And when you do that and you find people that are posting interesting videos and pictures around that niche that you're trying to work in, going and DMing them. Going and maybe commenting on their posts, or maybe going into their DMs, sliding into their DMs and starting a conversation with them. Everybody in social is too busy trying to speak and shout and make their voice into this busy world, but not many people are actually taking the time to go and engage with other people's content. So if somebody's posting a video or a picture around your niche, you go and start a DM, start a conversation with them, their immediate reaction is like, oh wow, That's pretty cool. And chances are they'll start the conversation, which is great, that's what you want, but they might also come back and start following you too. So it's gonna build your followers, and so when you do post content, you're gonna have an engaged, relevant bunch of people watching it. The next Instagram marketing tip for 2018 is using Instagram stories as a testing board, sounding board for content on the main feed. So if you're thinking of what kind of content to post on the main feed, using stories is an amazing way to test what works and what doesn't, and what people like and what people don't like. Because if you go ahead and post something on the main feed and it bombs, everyone can see that it's bombed. However, if you post something on stories and it bombs, i.e. nobody messages you or replies or sends a message on your content, you're the only one that knows that. However, if you post something on stories and tons of people start messaging you about it, you can pretty much guarantee that if you take that piece of content and post it onto the feed, it's gonna work, and it's gonna work really, really well. That's my 2 Instagram marketing tips for 2018. I hope you find them useful, and I hope you go away and test them out. Anyway, that's it for me. Back to you, Paul.
Massive thanks to both Chris and Gavin for those tips. I hope you guys found them as useful as I did. Now, our next Instagram marketing tip's coming from, yours truly. And basically, this tip that I'm gonna run you through is gonna help you drive more traffic and more omnipresence in your Instagram feed, as well as in your Instagram story feed, so you can get more referral clicks from Instagram to the URL that's in your Instagram profile. Okay, so it's no secret that you can embed a URL link in your Instagram profile, which you can then send traffic or drive traffic to from your Instagram posts or stories that you can then send off to a website or a lead magnet or a YouTube channel or whatever, right? No secret, everyone knows that. Now, the link that you choose to include in your Instagram profile is 100% gonna be variable to whatever your goals as a brand or a business or a personality on the Instagram platform are, right? So for example, let's hop into Instagram and have a look at what I'm doing with my account and also how I'm driving traffic to those links. Now, if we take my brand and my Instagram account as an example, I use my Instagram content as a gateway drug, as a gateway mechanism to drive traffic and awareness to my YouTube channel, with the ultimate goal being that of increasing my YouTube views and subscribers. Now, I do this by using both the Instagram feed as well as the Instagram story feed. And I also do this at the same time. So as an example, let's look at one of my recent vlogs about Facebook video ads, which I've firstly promoted in the Instagram feed using an Instagram tile video. Click on this, we open it up, and basically you can see this Instagram post. It's got a nice thumbnail, and then it goes straight into the vlog content. Now, I've taken this vlog content and I've repurposed it from one of my vlogs, and I've tried to repurpose part of the vlog which is quite attention grabbing, and it's also providing value to my audience. And most of the people that follow me on Instagram that aren't my friends are interested in the content that I'm pushing out because of the utility-based insights that I provide through my content. This video specifically is about Facebook video ads. We go down, how to create cheap Facebook video ads. Now, I've also used another mini tip inside of here. I've used a period or like a full stop to separate graphically all the information that I'm talking about inside this Instagram video. And at the end of the video, you can see here that I've got a call to action for my vintage explosion, which if you follow my brand, I'm all about explosions. And that's basically telling people to go to my Instagram, my actual account page, and click on the link if they want to learn more, right? So I'm hooking them with this valuable content. I'm getting them interested in it. They get a little taste like, yeah, I want to learn more about these Facebook video ads. And then at the end, got that call to action. And you can also see that I've included the same formula inside of the actual content itself. Like I was saying before, using those dots or those dashes to separate the content so it's easier to read inside the feed. And then at the very end, I'm telling them to click the link in my bio to watch the episode of the vlog in full, right? So basically, let's assume that they have now watched this, like, yeah, I want to watch the video in more detail. Sweet. They scroll up and continue watching YouTube, got the video thing again, and they can go and click on my profile. Bang, I go to my profile. Paul Ramondo, public figure, got vlogger, media company founder, all the stuff about me, and then how to create cheap Facebook video ads. And then I've got a little link, little emoji pointing down. I click on that link, and that link takes me outside of Instagram to my YouTube account, where you can then watch this vlog on Facebook video ads. So in the same way that I use the Instagram feed to drive traffic to my YouTube channel via the Instagram link of my profile, I also use the Instagram story feature for the same purpose. So at the same time that I'm pushing out that Instagram tile to my Instagram feed, I'm also pushing out an Instagram story, which has a similar narrative and a similar goal, driving traffic to that same link on my Instagram profile. I'm just telling that story in a little bit of a different way because the format, Instagram stories, is a little bit different to your Instagram feed. So that said, let's just hop in and have a look at what I'm talking about. Now, in the same way that I'm using this Instagram post to drive traffic from the feed to my YouTube channel, I also use the story feature to do the same thing. So at the same time that I post out that Instagram tile promoting my latest video or vlog, I also post a similar Instagram story, which does the same thing. However, I do it in a little bit of a different format. So imagine that this is your Instagram story. Now, the first thing that's going on is I've got a rotate your phone to the left call to action because I want people to turn their phones to the left. Okay, cool. So now that everyone has turned their phone to the left, they're now watching the video in a full widescreen format, which is way better engagement, right? So basically, from a content perspective, this is just a quick 55 to 60 second preview of the vlog content, which I'm trying to drive traffic to from my Instagram page, right? So you've got the intro of the vlog here. I'm doing my little intro thing. And basically, people watch this and they'll siphon through, and this is going to come through in a 15-second story format inside of the Instagram stories. And the whole point of this is really just to capture people and get them interested in what's going on. And then at the very end, you've got a call to action saying continue watching on YouTube, link in bio, and then I've got a little emoji that animates, arrow pointing up to where my profile link would be, and that drives people to my profile, getting them to click on my link to that vlog so they can continue watching it in full. And that's basically it. So I'll post both this Instagram post, the video tile post, as well as the Instagram story out at the same time. So I'm basically omnipresent in people's newsfeed, and that maximizes the time that I have in order to be seen and have my content seen, and by definition, then have traffic driven to my Instagram profile, which then, in theory, will drive people through to my YouTube channel. Alrighty, it is bonus tip time, let's do it. Alright, so you may have noticed that Instagram story that I just put up is about 60 seconds or 54 seconds long, right? Now, you can only put a 15-second long story on Instagram, so how do I fit a 60-second or a 54-second story into a space that's only 15 seconds? Well, you could cut it up, you could crop it, you could sequence it in, sequence it out, you could render a bunch of different files individually, but ain't nobody got time for that. So, if you don't want to waste time, just like I hate wasting time, I've discovered this app called CUTSTORY. And CUTSTORY basically does all of the heavy lifting for you. So, let's hop in and see what I'm talking about. So CUTSTORY just allows you to be able to take your long-form Instagram video content and cut them up into customized stories, the maximum being for Instagram 15 seconds. Now this is really cool because it saves heaps of time, and it's actually a free to download app on the App Store. I think the premium version is like 99 cents or $1.99, and that just removes the watermark. But look at how simple this is. So we're going to go through, I'm going to grab that video from before. Cool. Now you can also add music if you want to add music, which is cool in the background, but we don't need to add music for this one because we've already got it. Now what we do is just hit the save button, and then we can choose to clip it for 15 seconds for Instagram, 20 seconds for Facebook, we can do a WhatsApp, we can do whatever that one is, and we can also do a custom time. So let's just, for the sake of example, click the Instagram 15-second option, and now it's going through, saving 4 individual videos, cutting them at that 15-second limit, and then bang, they're saved to your camera roll. We go to our camera roll, and now we've got one video, which is 15 seconds, we've got the next video, we've got the next video, and we've got the next video, and then you just upload those 4 videos in a row in sequential order to your Instagram story profile. And bang, you've now got a 60-second or a 54-second Instagram story that's automatically being cut up into 15-second intervals or shorter intervals, whatever you're trying to do. And in theory, people can now watch that content all of the way through, hopefully then clicking on your profile, going to your Instagram URL, and then clicking off and going to whichever website or YouTube channel or wherever you're trying to send them. Anyways, if CUTSTORY is of interest to you, I will leave a link in the description. Anyways, that there concludes this Instagram marketing tutorial. If you did find it helpful, please drop me a like. I just need the likes, just need them. And you know what? Drop me a comment. I want to see your Instagram handles in the comments. I'm going to follow you, I'm going to interact with you, and I want to see you guys implementing these Instagram marketing tips on your own profile. And I'm really excited to see how you go about doing it and what your growth rate is like after you've implemented these tips. Also, if you'd like to follow myself or Chris or Gavin on Instagram, I'll leave links to our profiles below. With that said, if you'd like to learn more Instagram marketing tips, hacks, and how-tos, drop my YouTube channel a subscribe. I drop new videos every single week. Apart from that, let's kill the explosion, and I'll see you next week. Peace.